Charles, what did you make of the past 3 days?
Well, a lot happened in the past 3 days.
Right?
We had Joe Biden's absolutely bizarre exit from the presidency, and not just the pardons yesterday, but his declaration of a 28th Amendment that doesn't exist and his refusal to enforce the TikTok bill that he signed. Then we had a whirlwind inauguration day with a whole bunch of executive orders, most of them good, most of them welcome, a couple of which I think are illegal. And then Trump's own pardons last night of pretty much everyone involved with January 6th. So it really is a time for news. I did notice certain journalists complaining that there was too much news for them to cover. But of course, it must be quite the transition from them. They took 4 years off. And now
those are the same people who probably associate with the progressive staffers on Capitol Hill who wrote that letter demanding a 32-hour work week. And, 40 hours was just too much for them. And even they got shamed so much, even by fellow Democrats, that they had to withdraw their stupid letter.
Yeah, I mean, that was just preposterous. There's a very weird side trend in our politics at the moment, which is progressives trying to unionize everything as if they're coal miners, people who work in congressional offices or newspapers, talking about the travails of their day. They need a 32-hour week. But anyway, so an enormous amount happened. It was odd because at one level, there was a massive amount of change yesterday. You saw the shifts in policy, legitimate shifts in policy of areas that have been delegated to the president by Congress on sex, as in sex versus gender, as you say, on energy, on foreign policy, on immigration. But then there was some continuity. Both Trump and Biden refused to enforce the TikTok bill, and both Trump and Biden issued some questionable pardons, and both Trump and Biden tried to change the Constitution by fiat. So it was a mixture of continuity in government and change.
It's so funny that neither one of those was like a huge headline.
Right.
The media totally ignored this brand new amendment, the constitutional amendment that Biden just declared by tweet. And I wouldn't even say that Trump with a birthright citizenship is the lead in most papers. It's like the Constitution can't be amended by presidential fiat, and it can't be undone by presidential fiat either. Trump and I actually, we got into this when I interviewed him about a year ago. It's really tough to undo birthright citizenship. But he's at least got an argument, unlike Biden. Rich, the argument on birthright citizenship is that subject to the born in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. And that's what even some very smart legal scholars will say, that actually is an opening and it's worth having the argument.
Yeah, there's ambiguity there. There's an argument about it. Probably need Congress to do it rather than do it by executive order, even if there is an opening there to say illegal aliens, their children aren't natural born citizens. But just the last 24 hours, complete show of force and completely what we were told was going to happen. And I think there's just been this through line of consistency on pretty much everything Trump said over the last year or two that he's going to do, what he said in his inaugural address he was going to do, and what he did. Now, maybe you can say, J.D. Vance and others, Pam Bondi said there was going to be a case-by-case evaluation of the January 6th defendants. I think that would have been a better idea. Instead of this sweeping pardons, but you can't be surprised that he pardoned these people in some form or the right, because it's exactly what he said he was going to do. Mm-hmm. And the contrast.
And by the way, this is not the first time that JD has tried to say this is what Trump's going to do, and then Trump does his own thing. So I'm not saying JD doesn't know what's going on, but when it comes to Trump, only Trump can speak for Trump. Trust Trump's word, and even if he said to JD in the moment, I'm not going to pardon everyone. I'm going to leave the alleged violent offenders still in prison. Maybe he changed his mind. And technically he didn't pardon everyone. He pardoned almost all of them. And then he commuted the sentences of the ones who were sort of in the worst category. Sorry, keep going, Rich. I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, just the deeper point though is that you're not surprised, right? He said he was going to do this.
No.
So he campaigned on what he wanted to do, and now he's doing it. Probably sets a new standard, right? The old FDR standard is what are you going to do in your first 100 days? Now the new standard will probably be what are your first 100 executive orders going to be. And maybe it'd be better if we still had to focus more on what you're going to get through Congress in the first 100 days. But the energy is unstoppable. I remember a reporter who's significantly younger than Trump, traveled with him in 2016. It was just totally exhausted, dragging around. And he recounted there was just one moment where he saw a little bit of fatigue on the part of Donald Trump. He'd done a rally in Las Vegas that was, stopped at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where they'd started the day or something like that. When they got in the car leaving the rally, Trump said, "This guy, don't speak," and closed his eyes to rest us briefly. But he's a complete force of nature. He's unstoppable. That's
what I say to Doug in the mornings when we wake up, and he pops right out of bed and he's ready to chit chat and get the day started. And I'm a much slower riser. It takes me a while to become alert. And that's what I say. Don't speak. Don't speak. Does anyone know that movie reference? Don't speak. Don't speak. I'll give you a clue. Diane Wiest says it. You can email me, Megyn, at megynkelly.com. Life is busy, and finding time to shop for clothes can feel impossible. This is why Daily Look is a game changer, the #1 premium personal styling service for women. Here's how it works. A stylist curates a box of up to 12 pieces tailored to body shape, preferences, and lifestyle. Whether chic office outfits or cozy everyday looks are needed, Daily Look delivers what fits the moment. Everything can be tried on at home, and you keep what works and send back the rest. With free shipping both ways, by the way. It's a seamless, stress-free way to elevate any wardrobe. Daily Look works with top brands like Kate Spade and more, offering premium pieces for every occasion. Sizes range from extra small to 3X and 0 to 24, making it an inclusive styling service for everyone. Daily Look's mission is simple. Elevate the personal style of the people who come to them while saving time and effort. It's time to get your own personal stylist with Daily Look. Head to dailylook.com to take your style quiz and use the code Megyn to get 50% off your first order. Dailylook.com for 50% off. And make sure you use my promo code Megyn so they know I sent you and you get your discount. Dailylook.com, promo code MEGYN. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.